Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the E55 podcast. Tonight, I got myself Hector, also known as Scene 6. And with me, I got Hob.
Yo.
And Jazzy.
What's up?
And we are going to be reviewing the first 3 episodes of Loki Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, guys, it's been... We've been slacking. We're, a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So we just figured we're going to... conjoined all 3 episodes into this one episode, and we're not going to give non-spoiler or anything. We're just going to jump straight to spoilers and stuff because it's already been, you guys have enough time, right? And we've been slacking, and then from here on out, I believe we should be set to smooth sail to review each episode as it comes out.
The last 3.
The last 3, yeah. But before we get into it, guys, I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at E55 Podcast. Go to E55Podcast.com. You're going to see all of our links through there. Make sure you follow our second YouTube channel called E55 Clips. That's where we'll upload all of our clips, or if you don't have enough time to listen to the whole podcast, we'll post all the highlights through there. Make sure you follow our main page called E55 to stay up to date with any geek news in films, TV, and video games. The socials are at E55. Go to E55Vision.com to find all of our socials. All the links will be down in the description. And let's get into it, man. Loki, season 2.
You know what's crazy? Is that season 1 came out...
How long was it, man?
2 years ago.
Oh, I told Mario if it was a 1 year, but no, 2 years.
It's 2 years, bro.
That makes sense, man, because I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Of course not, girl.
I mean, even though he told me even the
MCU shows are the only shows he doesn't react to. Like he doesn't.
I swear to God, I'm just like I don't know how to react because I'm like, wait, like, am I seeing? Is that a big moment? Like,
it's Loki himself. Who is this guy?
Who is that? It's Loki. Iron Man comes out like, who is that?
Who is that? Oh, wait, didn't he say that for He did a reaction for, was it Spider-Man No Way Home, and Dr. Octopus came out and he's like,
yeah,
who
you
is
edited
that guy?
you edited. I meant the actor, not the actual character.
It was Dr. Octopus. Who is this guy?
It's funny, and I'm telling the truth because afterwards I say like, "Who's that actor? I've never seen him before."
Really?
But yeah, and you edited it to the point where I'm saying, "Who's that character?"
But like that's what you said though. I
meant the
edited
actor.
it till there.
Yeah, but I meant the actor.
Did you actually say that at the end?
Yeah.
I can't remember, bro. I really can't remember. But damn, 2 years, bro.
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
I only saw Loki once, obviously.
Me too.
The Mario was saying, Mario, you want to quickly talk about the recaps? Like, what do you think about the recaps? You were telling me about.
I mean, the recap we got for season 2. I mean, yeah, I know. Recap was like, yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah.
But I feel like as I'm watching, I'm just like, I feel like I'm missing a whole lot more information when I'm watching this show.
Well, yeah, recap is just they had to condense 6 episodes.
Yeah, and
like
I'm not
basically the
watching all
main
6.
shit, like the main shit,
Right.
basically.
But I feel like I'm missing those small details. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I get you.
Watch the show.
But listen, guys. Once again, this is gonna be spoilers, strictly spoilers. So if you guys
we can't
aren't,
be asked to just do a
yeah,
non-spoiler.
if you guys are not caught up or anything, click off, go catch up, and yeah, let's start with episode 1. Let's do with that. And I know how you have some notes and stuff for us.
yeah,
So we can move
I'm
smoothly.
about to cook up right now.
All right, bro. So, I basically have notes. I basically have like a breakdown of what happened in each episode. I didn't go beat.
I can see Javi's notes right now.
Yeah.
He cooked up, y'all.
but I didn't.
Y'all
Go,
in for a
I didn't
treat.
go. I didn't go.
He cooked. He
Bro.
cooked. Javi cooked, bro. Javi cooked. Javi cooked.
I didn't go.
That's crazy.
I didn't go like beat for beat.
I'll rate that Mountain Dew with no ice.
No, I wouldn't. That's just Mountain Dew. If Javi can get more technical than that, I know Javi can.
Now that I said that, I have to upload this after Flower Moose. Guys, listen to the Killer of the Flower Moose review. You're gonna understand that inside joke.
Yeah,
that
soda
joke.
ratings.
The soda ratings. You understand that one.
Like I said, I got notes down
Yeah.
for each episode, but I didn't go beat for beat. I didn't go
No, I
like
got you.
what happened every single minute.
No,
I just
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
wrote down the big stuff. So
Yeah.
if there's something that you guys feel like, oh, you left out, I promise you it was not that important. I just mentioned the important shit.
What if Osway, bro? It's like, yo, bro, you missed the part where.
You're Gucci girl. Josu looking at girl. I don't know. I don't know.
Hey man, Josue was one of the like I said, he called us out, man. Where y'all at? Like,
I know.
Where the Loki reviews at?
Hey man, and we're out here trying to like
Yeah,
survive
man.
and shit. Like, this motherfucker
man.
just like, hey man, like, come please my needs.
Are y'all gonna review each episode of Loki or just one season? Like, hey man, But anyways, let's get into it. First episode.
So the first episode, right? So one big thing that we see in the first episode is that Loki is time slipping.
Oh yeah.
That's where he's glitching out and shit, and he keeps transporting himself between past, present, and future. Now, when the trailer first came out and we saw him time slip, a lot of people made connection that he was glitching out the way the characters in Across the Spider-Verse were glitching out because they were in the wrong universe.
That's pretty cool.
And a lot of people thought like, oh my God,
cool.
is this like, because, you know, obviously we saw the MCU cross over with Toby and Andrew.
Yeah.
Like the Sony universe has crossed over with the MCU. Is this another thing? But we find out, no, he's not glitching because he's in the wrong universe. He's time slipping. So they confirmed that. So one big thing is
that's still a good connection though.
No, yeah, a lot of people made that connection. I was like, huh, interesting. Like I could see it.
Yeah.
But like, no, we find out that he's time slipping. So he's basically keeps transporting himself. Like he doesn't do it willingly. It just sort of randomly happens. And he just keeps going between back like to the past, to the future, and then back to present, and then just kind of goes back and forth that way. And the only way for them to fix this is, and this is kind of where like this is kind of like already a big red flag for me already. Okay. In the first episode was when they were.
Can I say what you texted me after you saw the first episode?
Oh yeah.
Can
does
we
Mario
say that
know?
real quick? I don't know. I think I might have told him. I don't remember.
Yeah, go ahead.
But after the first episode, I didn't see it yet. Javi just texted me. He's like, "Yo, bro, just saw the first episode of Loki. It was fucking boring."
Yes.
And I'm like, Jesus. I'm like, oh man, I gotta see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll get to that later. You want to explain why?
Oh yeah, I'll explain definitely.
Okay. All right.
So because Loki is time slipping, they go and they meet out Ki Hui Kwan's character.
It's a dude
from Everything Everywhere.
Yeah, dude.
It's
like
cool
him,
seeing
man.
him again.
Yeah, it is
bro.
cool seeing him again.
And they call him. He has like some elaborate ass fucking name, but they just call him OB.
Yeah.
So they go and seek out OB, who is a technician, who's the guy that basically built the TVA. He didn't create it because Kang created it, right? Mm-hmm. But he built, he wrote the manual. He basically built the ship and all the machines and stuff. So they seek him out and they ask him, like, hey man, I'm time slipping. Like, how do we fix this? And he basically says that they have to build an extractor machine, which he already had built. And they have to, this is where the show kind of lost me. Okay. Was when Obi was explaining to Mobius, like, hey man, you got to go out there in your spacesuit and you got to use this extractor to pull Loki from the timeline or some shit.
Yeah, I was kind of confused on that too.
That's the problem is I don't think they did a good job necessarily explaining the mission. All I know is they had to use an extractor to pull Loki out of something just to keep him from time slipping. That's one flaw where I was just kind of like, they didn't really do a good job explaining what the fuck. You know what I mean? But basically, that's how they fix the time slipping. Yeah. Something else that we see in this episode is we see Loki time slip in front of OB when they first go meet him.
Oh, this was pretty cool, not gonna lie.
And then when he time slips into the past.
Yeah.
And he's talking to past OB. And he's like, hey man, I need you to build an extractor. And then past OB is like, okay. And then the present OB is like, oh yeah, but I don't have an extractor. And then he looks over and he's like, oh no way, I do. Because
and that's how he got his name OB, is because Loki called him OB.
Yeah, and he's like, that's cool. I'm gonna take that. And I'm not gonna lie, bro.
That was pretty cool. I like that scene.
I wasn't a big fan of that.
Really?
Scene.
You didn't like it?
No, because this is just kind of repeating the same trope, bro, that the MCU's been carrying now for a while, where it's just like unnecessary humor and dialogue, even when we're in the shit, even though we're like in the serious time, and it's like we need to figure the fuck out. Like Kang's coming, bro, and like we need to wisen the fuck up, and instead y'all joking, and it's like I just kind of didn't care for that scene.
I think that entire scene was like to showcase how does present OB have the extractor and like how the time slip works. And
yes,
like no,
definitely, and I get it, right? But here's the thing: it's like, did that explanation need to be there? You could just be like, you could just have OB be like, oh yeah, I have an extractor right here, and just kind of like skip over the little humor dialogue bullshit. Like we could have just made the episode shorter or keep the storyline going.
I think it was like a wow factor. Like, oh, what the fuck? Like, oh, like to showcase you like how kind of like serious this whole shit is. We're like this, how serious time slipping is that's happening with Loki, and how little things could change other things, right? I don't know. Mario, what did you think about that scene? I liked it. I liked that Javi said he didn't really. What about you, bro? What'd you think?
I see both. I see Javi's and yours. For me, it's one of those things where like I enjoyed it at first, but I felt like they dragged it out.
All right, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it felt
Yeah, I
like.
can
It
see
felt
that.
like it was dragging out. So they eventually fixed his time slipping.
Yeah, they fixed
They
it.
extract him from the time loom, whatever the fuck
Yeah,
that means.
yeah. Man, I was
So-
kind of confused on that.
I don't know,
situation.
bro. And that's another. That's like I said, that's a big red flag.
It's like
when
an
it doesn't-
outside, like it's outside, but like.
and
It's like windy.
Yeah,
It's like what,
yeah.
I don't know what that place is. Oh, you know what? I think that was a timeline, bro.
It is. No, it is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
a
It's
timeline.
all the different timelines that were
Yeah.
branching that were trying to go inside that one thing, but it's
Oh.
all cramped.
Could it? Oh, wait a second. Could it be, that because didn't he tie like a rope or something to Loki, and then when Loki ends up time slipping to a different timeline, that's a way to keep him in like to track of him of where he is.
I guess, bro. I don't remember.
That's how I'm putting it. Let us know in the comments, guys.
Oh.
Mario, what about you, bro? Mario doesn't even know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know, man. When that scene was going on, bro, I was just like, I'm totally lost right now. Like,
Yeah,
what
thank you.
is this? And
I was.
I'm at like
I'm the same
as
way.
the resident MCU casual. I feel for my casuals out there because I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what's
ready?
going on right now?
Ready? I'm
Like,
what
what is
Mario's
happening?
saying right now. I'm gonna tie something with that. Okay. So
Tie it up.
because Mario was like, I'm kind of lost right now. Blah blah blah. I think I know why he was lost because I was kind of lost too. When OB is telling Mobius like you're gonna get in this spacesuit and you're gonna go out there and extract Loki at just the right time, but don't stay out there too long because it'll burn your flesh and blah blah blah. And like when he was like explaining these directions and he was making this mission, right? You got to
Yeah.
extract Loki from the timeline. He was explaining this mission, and like Loki, this mission sounds like a really big mission. Like it sounds like some big shit. Something that you would probably save till like the 5th or 6th episode. It feels like a big end game type mission, but we're only in the first episode.
Okay.
So now I feel like what happened is that like Mobius was sent out to do this mission, like to go out with this extractor in this spacesuit, and like his life's in peril because like you stay out there too long, it'll burn your skin, eat your flesh, or whatever the fuck he said, some stupid joke.
Yeah.
And now he's out there and he's like, you got to extract Loki at just the right time, and I'm like, bro, this all feels like too over the top. Like I felt like this mission they should have waited till like at the end of the show. This feels like a third act thing, and we're just in the first episode.
Especially how they set it up to where like you're believing. Oh my god, like
Bro.
you see OB closing the gate. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I get what you're saying, bro. It does feel like a finale. Like like you feel that suspense.
it feels
Oh,
like a
shit.
finale, and we're in the first.
But
episode.
you know things are gonna go right
And it's
just
like,
because it's the first episode.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, why are we doing this over the top shit now? Y'all couldn't
Yeah.
just save this till like the 5th or 6th episode, like when like in the finale when some shit goes down,
Yeah.
right? Remember in the season 1 of Loki when Loki gets pruned,
Yeah.
and we think he died, but he goes into this afterlife and he meets all those other Lokis.
Yeah.
And that was like a whoa, what the fuck? That's cool, right? What if we saw that in the first episode?
Mm.
He supposedly dies, wakes up in an afterlife, and there's all these Lokis. You'd be
Yeah.
like, this just took a turn. Like,
Right.
this feels like a finale.
But then
this crazy plot twist shit.
No, you're right. But then again, right? There's still 3 more episodes. What if those 3 other episodes like are actually top that? You know what I mean?
We'll see, because I got some notes about these first 3 episodes. Bro.
Oh,
So I don't know about
All right, we'll see, buddy. We'll see, buddy.
All right, let me see. Hold on. Let me
All
look
I
at
know
my
is I'm
notes.
banging this minutes.
I want to make sure
mean-
I got everything in the first episode.
Do you not hear what I said? Mario, did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard you, motherfucker.
Howie, did you hear
what'd
what I
you
said?
I know you're only saying that because of the last episode.
What? What?
You're dumb as shit.
I looked at Mario and I said, "Hey man, I don't give a fuck what's going on. All I know, I'll bang this minutes."
He's stupid as fuck.
Dude, that shit, when that was happening,
Hey,
I was
we'll get
like,
to-
what the fuck are
We'll
we
get to
doing
that.
right
We'll
now?
get to that.
I'm like, this is a fucking clock.
But
Man, I'll give it his work. This clockwork.
Oh my god.
I'll give it his clockwork.
Clockwork.
What you mean?
Oh shit. Oh,
Anyways,
and then
yeah, we'll get to
another
it.
big thing in episode 1 is that general lady, General
Oh
Docs.
yes.
She's like, well, her and like that little like community, like that little like people, right? Like they're all gathered. They're like, what the fuck going on? Like, cause like Loki and Mobius, like they basically exposed that that those time people weren't real. They were just robots, and that like the TVA was a lie, and the
Yeah.
people were kidnapped from their timelines and brainwashed to work for the TVA. And so the General Docs lady, that general lady, is in her little committee, and they're like, so like, what the fuck are we gonna do? Is like, we gotta do something, blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah. And she would decide, and that's when Loki prunes the wall. Remember, he prunes the wall, and it shows a mural of Kang, and he's like, that's who built this place. That's who's coming. We have to prepare. Blah blah blah. And despite all that, the general was like, nah, fuck that. my life's with the TVA, so we have to continue the TVA's mission.
Yeah.
And so she decides to send her people out to prune, in other words, eliminate those branched timelines.
Yeah.
And which is fucked because even though the timeline is branching and there's all these different timelines and multiverses, those are still worlds with people in them.
Yeah.
So you eliminate that timeline, you're basically annihilating an entire universe, an entire existence of people and living things.
Yeah, bro.
So obviously Loki's like, we can't let that happen, but then that just kind of goes that way. And that's everything that has in the first episode. And then at the end of episode 1, when Loki gets extracted, now he's no longer time slipping. That's been solved. Him and Mobius are catching up and they're like, okay, so like, what do we got to do now? And this is the part where I was like, I rolled my eyes. I was like, really, bro? Are you kidding me? It's like they were like, okay, we extracted Loki. He's not time slipping anymore. What are we going to do? And Loki's like, we got to find Sylvie. And I was like,
oh, that's because so when Loki was in a different time, like timeline,
he saw her in the future.
Yeah, you didn't mention this.
Because I felt like we would get there.
Well, that's the reason why he said we got to find her. Because like while I was in a different timeline where the TVA, I wasn't in TVA.
No, he was not timeline. He was time slipping.
Time slipping.
And he went to the future, and he was in the TVA.
And he saw Sylvie.
And he sees Sylvie there.
And Sylvie was like,
and then he time slips back to the past.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
So his reason is like, I gotta find out
why she was
there in the future. TVA. Exactly.
I know, but the reason why I rolled my eyes is because he's like, oh, we gotta go find Sylvie.
Yeah.
We gotta go track her down. And I was like, ugh, like really, bro? Like this just feels like
another man.
Season 1. Remember season 1? Their whole thing was like, we got to find the Loki variant that's killing our people, and then you find out it's Lady Loki. And I'm like, this just kind of feels repetitive to season 1. Like now we're back on this. I literally have it on my notes. We already went through this Find Sylvie bullshit. Like it just feels repetitive to season 1.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I was kind of like, really? Like we're just gonna redo story arcs that we did in the first season? It just feels repetitive. It doesn't feel new. So it's for me, hey man, it's not a strong episode to the season. That's why I said this episode was kind of boring. I'm not gonna
I think it was just a full, what was it, like 50 minutes of just build up. But one thing for sure, like I felt each episode, like when I was watching it, they were all like around 50 minutes. To me, they felt shorter. I don't know. Is that just
no? They always do because they all have like 10-minute long credits.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's why their credits are long as fuck.
Yeah, right. You're right.
And then we see a post-credit scene where like Sylvie ends up in a timeline where it's the 80s.
Yeah.
And she goes to a fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I guess she just like stays there. And
she like fell in love. She's like, oh, I want to try everything.
Yeah.
Like she's like, what do you want? What do you want to order? And she looks.
I would have been real. I'd been like McNuggets.
Well, she just said she meant everything as in like she wants to try the world.
I know.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like, yo, like she really wanted everything. Even Cassie was like.
Hey, even the breakfast. Oh, it's 3 p.m. I don't give a fuck.
Even the breakfast.
Run me my McMuffin.
Yeah, after she said that, the cashier was like all freaking out. Yeah. But yeah, and actually, bro, so far that's the only end credit we get. So like
far.
from the first like from the episodes, bro.
Yeah.
We don't
I
get
always
anything.
scroll to the end of the episode.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Because sometimes they sneaky and they throw in one, and you never know.
But that's all we get from that. So that's essentially the end of the first episode.
Which I thought was not a great start.
Yeah, I mean,
did you find it boring, Mario? I found it kind of boring.
I think the lack of explanation from the beginning really threw it off for me. And throughout the entirety of the episode, I'm just like, I've been lost from the beginning, and it's ruining my experience of the entirety of the episode. Yeah. So I was just like, to me, this first episode was kind of like a letdown.
Do you want to, Mario? I know off pod you said there was a specific scene that you didn't like.
That's in the next episode.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my fault. What do you guys think of the comedy in this one?
It's overdone.
It's overdone.
You think so?
It connects to my issue of the next episode.
I really like Mobius, man. I like when he's like.
Oh no, Mobius is great. Yeah. Owen Wilson is great.
Yeah,
he's good. He's good. Yeah. He's good.
I love that when he does the comedy and like he's the like makes hard of things like that McDonald's scene. Oh, this is the second episode, right?
Yes.
Yeah, my fault. But anyways, I really fuck with him a lot. So let's give our rating for this episode and then we'll move on to the second episode. Mario, you want to go first?
Just a little history when it comes to Loki. Loki season 1 is probably like my favorite thing TV show wise that came out from Marvel. So that's why I'm like really let down by this first episode.
Yes.
Out of 10, I'll probably give it probably like 7.
A 7.
7. Okay.
I was actually so on our drive back to the movie theater. We had just seen Killer Moon, right? Or Flower Moon. I mean, I was in the
Killer
car.
Moon sounds cool though.
It does sound cool. We were driving back home in the car. I was talking to Hector. I was telling him that I remember you had mentioned that season 1 of Loki was your favorite thing to come out of like the Disney Plus shows. I was telling Hector, I said I personally didn't think it was all that.
No, I know
First season of Loki. And the reason why, and this reason's going to tie later. I'll point it out when we get to, especially in the 3rd episode. But the reason why I felt like Loki season 1 wasn't all that, in my opinion, was because it just kind of felt like its own like standalone show, kind of like what Miss Marvel is and Falcon Winter Soldier and all those shows. But it just kind of feels like a one-off kind of standalone thing, but with like bits of important shit. Like the show is not necessary. You don't have to watch Loki necessarily to know what's going on in the grand MCU, except for a few parts. Just because this show introduced Kang and the variants and did a whole explanation of the backstory and all of that. Like when people ask me like, "Hey, do I have to watch like Loki to understand what's going on in the MCU?" I'll be like, honestly, watch the last episode of season 1, because that's when you meet Kang. He who remains, the good guy Kang, right? And he's the one that explains, if you kill me, the timeline's gonna branch, and my evil variants are gonna come. Like that, you could watch. All other 5 episodes of Loki can fuck off. Like you don't have to watch it to understand Kang Dynasty. I bet you amount of money you're never gonna need to know that. So for me, that's why I didn't think Loki season 1 was all that, because I just kind of saw it as a standalone show, like Miss Marvel and Moon Knight. But it does have important parts that tie in with Kang, because he's going to be the next big bad in the MCU and shit like that. So for me, it's just kind of like a whatever show. Like it's kind of like its own thing with bits of Ken and like important shit sprinkled in it.
That's true.
And to me, I just didn't think it was all that crazy. And I don't know. To me, I just thought that's...
I guess for me, because like...
Yeah, Mario, why did you love it so much?
Well, for that reason. I didn't have to know everything. I can just go in here and be like, oh, this is... I don't have to know the history of Marvel here.
Like you like that, like it's such a standalone thing.
There has bits and pieces of the bigger universe in there, like Javi said, and I don't have to know everything.
Okay.
So to me, it's like, oh, okay, I can kind of relax here. And the narrative, the narrative is like a good story. I like the story of Loki and whatever.
So you don't like
version.
You don't like the Marvel shows where like, oh, I gotta watch this movie to understand what's going on here.
Somewhat to a degree, but like, and I'm not gonna say
Star
like
Wars
Falcon,
does that too.
because like I'm gonna say like Falcon Winter Soldier. That was I enjoyed that show a lot, and that connects to the bigger, grander thing, right? It's much more simpler for someone who's not a diehard like you guys.
Yeah.
Because if I watch a show and then I see you guys freaking out, I'm like, why are you freaking out? It's like, Mario, it's this guy from... I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right, bro. I forgot.
I feel like the reason why people make Loki season 1 to make it out as like such a great show was because they introduced Kang. But if you take out the Kang element, it's just another standalone show, like Moon Knight and Miss Marvel.
I could have sworn, Javi, you really liked it, though.
No, I liked it, but I didn't think it was the best.
He'd always been like that.
Everyone called it the best. Even Mario.
I'll say Winter Soldier is the best.
That one I liked more. Falcon and Winter Soldier. That one I think is the best.
Yeah.
I put that up there with like Moon Knight and that's it.
She-Hulk.
No, man. But yeah, I mean, like I feel like if you would have taken out the Kang element, season 1 of Loki would have just been like on any other show.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not saying Mario. I'm saying the other fans. Yeah. The reason why they treat Loki season 1 as, oh my god tier, it's just because of that Kang shit.
Did you guys like Secret Invasion more than Loki season 1?
No.
I think they're about the same for me.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like Secret Invasion does a lot of things better than Loki, like dialogue.
Yeah.
Like tension, cinematography even. But impact-wise and like how I felt once the show ended, they both felt the same to me.
I always think back with Secret Invasion when Nick Fury said, "Nah, man, I don't want no soups." You know what I mean? It's me. But then he relies on a superpowered
Skrull to do his work.
I always thought that was funny.
Even when I'm out.
Even when I'm out. I'm in. Dude, that's so funny, man. Okay. Okay. So Mario, you gave it a 7. Hav, what would you give the first episode, bro?
I don't know. Like I said, bro, this episode was just kind of like a whatever. Not a great start in my opinion.
I'm gonna go.
I'm trending between either a 5 or a 4.
Oh,
I haven't decided, but like I'm around that ballpark.
I think I liked it a little bit more than you have, but a little bit less than you.
So a 6.
Yeah, I think it was okay.
Yeah, I give it a 5. I guess I'll stick with
mediocre.
A 5.
Yeah,
it's just whatever.
That's fair.
I know 7, 6, 5. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's funny.
All right, so now we're going into episode 2.
Episode 2.
Episode 2 is where they basically have to find Sylvie.
Yeah.
So the whole episode is literally just them looking for Sylvie.
Yeah.
That's what the whole episode is. So the episode starts off with Loki and Mobius, and they go seek out a former TVA agent, and he was like this big actor guy, right? Some guy named Brad. And so they finally bring him into the TVA, and he's being difficult. He doesn't want to tell them where Sylvie is. So Loki comes and uses that machine to threaten him, to get him to tell him the answers. And it's a machine where he puts him in a box and makes the box smaller and threatens to fucking Mortal Kombat fatality him and crush him on some fucking Cyrax shit. And so he finally gives up the answers. And I wanted to bring up that I like this scene. Mm-hmm. The scene where Loki threatens him, because I was explaining to Hector, Mario, that that even though I like Loki as a character, the Loki in the TV show I'm not as connected to. Because if you think about it, this is not our Loki. Our Loki that we grew up watching the movies died. Mm-hmm. Remember, Thanos broke his neck in Infinity War. Mm-hmm. So if you think about it, this is the Loki that escaped in Endgame. Remember, they go back to 2012. They go back to the first Avengers movie. And it's after Loki gets defeated. He grabs the Tesseract, the cube, and he disappears. That's the Loki we see in the Loki show. Mm-hmm. So I was telling Hector, I go, like, I don't see him as my Loki just because this is a variant. This is like another Loki from a different timeline.
That's true.
And I told him that if you go back and rewatch the first Avengers movie, Loki's evil, bro. Yeah. This motherfucker is hella evil. He is threatening. He is menacing. He was willing to take over Earth by opening a space hole and bringing down a fucking army to, like, rule Earth and shit. So canonically, that happens, and then after that is the Loki season 1 show. And in this show, he like immediately switches up to be good. And like I feel like the show of Loki kind of nerfed him in a sense. Because he was more evil and menacing in Avengers 1, and now he goes into his Loki show, and now he's like trying to be nice and trying to be a good guy. And it's like I didn't believe his switch up from bad to good. It felt way too like flip of a switch easy. And I was like, meh.
And I guess we should bring up the counter argument that many fans bring up, is that one scene where
he sees his life.
He sees his life exactly recapped, and many people would use that in a sense like, oh, if I continue to be this person that I am, that's how I'm going to end up.
That's my destiny.
That's my destiny. So I got to switch things up. And I remember, how, if you want to say your counter argument to that counter
my
argument?
counter to the counter.
To the counter, yeah.
Is that I could understand that, and I'm sure anyone who would see their life recap to the end of their life would affect them. Mm-hmm. But I felt like his switch up was too sudden.
Me personally would be, it'd be like this. Like, I know what you... I actually say what you want to say, and then I'll explain what I mean.
No, I know.
No, I'm sorry. That's my bad.
No, but for Loki, it's just I felt like it was too sudden.
Exactly.
I felt like he maybe should have started out the show attempting to be good, but still kind of evil.
Yeah.
And like, you know how he kind of pals around with Sylvie? They eventually link up and they go on a little field trip together. They should have done like a Joel and Ellie thing where, like, you know how Ellie got through to Joel and kind of humanized him, even though he was like a hardened asshole or whatever. They should have done that, where like Sylvie was the reason that humanized Loki and kind of made him turn good in the span of the episodes.
And you know, now that you mention that, bro, I see that the opposite. I see that Loki is like trying to humanize Sylvie in this so far,
which makes no sense because Loki just literally got done trying to invade New York.
Yeah. So
if anything, he should be like, let's rule together. That would make more sense and honestly more fun, if you ask me.
Yeah.
To see two bad Lokis, like, you know what I mean? Until like, and like Loki is still bad, like he's still evil, he's still a villain. But then when he sees like, oh shit, if Sylvie kills He Who Remains, that's gonna fuck shit up. Hey, I'm all about ruling the world, but I'm trying to live. So like that's where the conflict comes. Mm-hmm. But like his whole thing is like, no, like believe in good and justice, and it's like that's hashtag not my Loki.
He said hashtag not my Loki.
Fuck?
But no, Mark, let me explain.
Now?
So like, let me explain, because Havis is arguing, right, that even though that counter argument is that Loki saw his life, right, saw his destiny, that's what made him switch. He says that it happened too quick. that it should have been gradually, right? And I said, for me, if I saw my future and it ended up like that or something, I'm switching right there. Like, I'm switching fast right there. I'm changing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not going to take me a minute. But that was pretty much it, if you don't understand.
So then, later in the episode, Brad eventually gives up Sylvie's location, and they take her, and they take them to the early 1980s, where she's working as a cashier at a McDonald's in the middle of nowhere.
I'm surprised they were able to get McDonald's.
Hey, man,
Bro, it's McDonald's,
it's
man.
Disney, girl.
It's Disney, McDonald's, bro. Come on, man.
They probably have lunch on
make
Tuesdays.
hella money. Yeah, bro.
You never know.
If anything, I think McDonald's probably paid Disney to like feature them on their shit.
Probably. Who knows? I was just like, damn, they actually got McDonald's.
Yeah, bro. But apparently, you find out that Sylvie was tired of running. So
wait, hold on. Sorry. Mario's surprised about this whole thing. I'm surprised he got McDonald's, bro. McDonald's
is the biggest fast food chain
in the world.
One, right? Two is they literally collab with like A-list rappers that have way less money than fucking Disney, bro.
That's facts.
Why are you surprised?
I just figured
McDonald's. Disney, bro.
Oh, I was about to say I figured McDonald's didn't need it. Not that they're bigger enough. Because McDonald's they don't need Disney. They're so rich.
But they do partnerships all the time.
I know.
Even their Happy Meals, they do Disney movies and shit.
Yeah,
like
movies,
toys and
movies.
Shit. So
I mean,
it's still Disney.
Yeah. Ooh. So actually, what do you think? Okay, you think they're like equal? I mean, Disney has way more money than McDonald's, bro.
Yeah, probably.
Got to.
Yeah.
What do you think, Hob? This is really. I know it's random, but what do you think?
What?
Do you think Disney has more money than the McDonald's franchise?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I feel like it's just because they own so much.
Yeah.
They own a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, what if they buy out McDonald's?
Imagine and call it Disney's.
Disney's?
You see McDonald's in every Disney related shit.
Dude.
You see it in Star Wars. It's like, what the fuck?
They fly now?
They fly now. I'm surprised you know that. How the fuck does he know that? How do you know that?
Wait, chill, bro, chill. Because a long time ago, I don't know what it was that came out. I just saw it on TikTok, a bunch of memes, and it was that meme of Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac, right?
Oh.
And it was just that. It was just that scene where like they're riding a vehicle, and then Oscar Isaac looks back, or like someone says, "They fly now," and then Oscar Isaac, "They fly now," and then people were making fun of it.
Yeah, man.
That's the only reason.
It's funny because Javi's saying this shit about how they switch up. That in those movies, they switch up. Like,
hey, what'd you think of that though? What'd you think of that?
What?
They fly now. What'd you think of that?
I was at that point, but I was checked out. I was checked out.
After Last Jedi, I was like really like I
was
checked
checked
out.
out. Where was that from?
That's from the third movie.
Rise of Skywalker.
Oh shit!
It's from the third like Disney trilogy.
Oh
yeah,
it's from that third
episode
one.
9.
You said you were checked out.
I was already like, bro. After Last Jedi, like, how are
they
you gonna
fly
solve
now?
Oh, yeah, every part of that movie was
that's
just
some
like,
Marvel
wow,
shit.
What? Wow,
well, it's owned by Disney.
Yeah.
So they probably just told him like, hey
Yeah.
man, do this now, do comedy.
Yeah. They fly now. That's funny. Anyways.
Man. So when they eventually find Sylvie, Loki links up with her.
Yup.
And he tries to explain like, hey, I need to know why you were at the TVA. And she's like, I'm never gonna go back there. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
She's being really difficult.
He's like, look at my vision, because you can see like his visions and shit. She's like, I don't want to. I don't care.
Yeah. And right here, bro, I'm annoyed.
Me too, bro.
I'm checked out.
I'm like, dude, just.
I'm like, cause she's being difficult, and it's like I'm just getting again. I'm just getting flashbacks to season 1. I'm like, I feel like we're just repeating these steps.
Yeah, bro, it does feel like
she was
that.
being difficult in season 1, being all hell bent on like, no, I'm gonna do this. Like her whole thing is just that she's difficult. Like you cannot
like stubborn,
change
very
her mind.
stubborn.
And it's just like, I just feel like I'm just getting flashbacks to season 1. I'm like, bro, this just feels like I'm rewatching the same show. And so now I'm halfway through a second episode, and I'm like not invested, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm still like in that like kind of like don't give a fuck.
And during this,
attitude.
right? And during Sylvie and Loki are having this conversation, obviously Loki and Mobius brought that prisoner guy, that the guy that they interrogated, and now they're in the McDonald's. And this is the scene I'm talking about, where I like Mobius, where like he's having that convo with him.
I skipped that scene.
No, what? You skipped it?
Yes,
Dang, he pulling a She-Hulk.
I liked it, bro. I liked it.
It's
I just like Mobius.
It's because Loki and Sylvie are talking, and then it cuts back to them, and their conversation sounded like utter bullshit. Like, I'm like, what is this conversation about?
Well,
that I literally skipped 40 seconds. I was like, all right, let's save time.
Well, that scene is obviously because Mobius is doing his thing, being like comedic and stuff. But you also learn that Mobius picks up that there's something wrong.
I did see that part.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Like the part where he was like, well, "Tell me how it was like on Earth."
Yeah.
Like you know how Owen Wilson talks. Like, wow, right? That bullshit.
Wow.
it actually did sound like that.
But you know how he's like, how's it like on
Yeah.
Earth? Like how's it like being a big actor? Skip. I just skipped 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to this stupid ass conversation.
No.
And
but
then I saw the part where where Mobius is like, where he's looking all suspicious and he says something. He was like, wait, what'd you pick up on? And then like he was acting like that. I saw.
Well, yeah, he picks up because as he's trying to have this convo, the guy's jumpy. He's like,
oh, he's like, yeah,
he's jumpy. He's like, it doesn't matter. Let's just go. And then that entire scene is where like, you're not answering my questions. You look jumpy. He's having spider senses. Something's wrong.
Yeah, I saw that part where he said something's wrong.
Yeah,
but I skipped that combo, bro. I didn't.
That's crazy.
I was like, really, bro? This comedic,
Javi's crazy.
This comedic dialogue bullshit again, bro.
It's Mobius though. I like
it. Reminded me of the first episode where like Loki is talking to past OB, and then OB's talking to Mobius in the present, and it's just like, what was this?
Damn, I feel like, I mean, what did you think about that again? Or what that part he just mentioned, the whole Mobius? You said you didn't really care.
That's the McDonald's scene you're talking about?
Yeah, where they were in the dinner, like they were having lunch.
I mean, I agree.
Like, just enjoy life, man. I mean, anyways, what did you think of it, bro?
I mean, I kind of like Javi. She's kind of like.
That's crazy. I think I'm in the minority then, man. I actually like that scene. Same with Mobius and him going in his past with Loki and everything. I like that whole shit.
I get it. I told you it's like I was gonna make the comparison where like Loki season 2 is kind of pulling like a Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yep.
Where like they saw like, oh, Ragnarok was really good. Let's just do it more here. And I'm just like, bro, like y'all had the perfect balance. Just continue that balance while telling a new story. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
And another thing is like I don't like how the last episode of the last of season 1 of Loki ends with Loki being like, yo, Kang's coming, it's a fucking raps, blah blah blah, like we gotta watch out, Kang's coming, his variants, his evil versions, all this bullshit, right? Oh, Kang's coming, right? And it like built up hype, and then that's when Quantumania came out and the hype was real because Kang was gonna be in it. But now we're in season 2 of Loki, we're halfway through the second episode, and there's yet to be anything related to Kang. It's been Loki's time slipping, we gotta extract him. He time slipped some more. We extracted him. Now we got to go find Sylvie. Well, first we got to find this former TVA guy. We got to interrogate him to help us find Sylvie. We find Sylvie. She's being difficult. And then Brad comes out like, hey, man, this timeline's about to get destroyed. And it's like y'all remember like 2 years ago when Kang was a fucking problem? Where's he at? I feel like we're just wasting time.
Coming.
Nah,
3 episodes left.
No. The problem is that because all these shows have to be 6 episodes, they have to come up with bullshit storylines to fill in the runtime. Otherwise, this could have been a Loki movie that's like an hour and a half, 2 hours long, and have it be story based. But because you have a 6-hour movie, because it's an hour episodes, they have to just pad the runtime with filler bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
This is also why I'm also checked out, because I'm like, I thought Kang was an issue, and y'all are having McDonald's.
Bro, you know what's crazy?
Fuck? I mean, I love a good McNugget with buffalo sauce, but y'all got me fucked.
What the fuck?
Go ahead.
And a Mountain
No,
Dew
bro, what's crazy, Javi, is like I just made the comparison how your frustrations and your viewpoints on Loki season 2 are how I feel, and my viewpoints obviously a little bit different on Obi-Wan.
Really? Because I liked Obi-Wan.
Nah.
That show was raw.
Or I had the feeling of it being like, yo, we're saving Leia again because she got captured again. Why are we?
That's a good point.
It's only a few episodes. We're just purposely dragging it out.
That's a good point. I have no idea what.
I just want like, yo, like this is how I felt about Obi-Wan.
That was one episode though.
Oh, okay.
It was like the 3rd episode, and I agree that episode was filler. Like I didn't give a fuck about that episode. The other 5.
I just hate that I'm like they repeated the same story twice in the fucking. It's like, bro, we got 6. Like, give me something new. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
No, that
here?
episode was filler. Fuck that episode.
That episode was one of the worst shit I've ever seen in
other
TV history.
Wait, what was what?
The Inquisitor. Nothing. Spoiler. Back to Loki.
He's talking. That's too much. All right.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he said.
He said that it was one of the worst episodes they've ever seen in TV history.
I'm not bullshitting you.
Yeah, right. What the fuck?
That shit was bad.
Episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians out there. He said, "Nah, this is worse.
This is worse. Peppa Pig is better than this shit. What you mean? I'm getting sick of this.
Nah, bro. If you were to see what the shit they tried pulling off to like be funny, the like fighting choreography was terrible. Like everything. That episode was bad.
I mean, I don't want to say this.
The worst episode in TV history.
Like, it was a filler episode. I didn't give a fuck. But, like, calling it the worst thing I've ever seen.
I said it's one of the worst. Listen, boy.
I don't know.
He said it's one of the worst. One of the worst.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I the only one who thinks this? Where I was like, hey, man, Kang was an issue 2 years ago, and we're out here doing side quests.
I mean,
I feel like this season from the first episode should have concentrated on Kang more.
Yeah, it seems to me like where, like, I don't want to jump ahead, but where episode 3 is starting off, I think that's
where the show started.
That's what I'm saying. That should have been like the first episode.
Yes, I agree.
But yeah, I guess they just want to drag it on for the 6th.
It's because the third episode is the one I'm like, wow, I'm actually like enjoying
that was the
this.
best one. Yeah.
I'm enjoying what I'm watching. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the best one.
Basically, so then episode 2, I just want to wrap it up real quick because it's almost over. Mm-hmm. But basically, Brad tells, "Hey, this timeline's gonna get destroyed."
No, Sylvia look at his. She does her power thing and looks at his mind, and she finds out like what's actually happened. Where they're planning the bomb.
Yeah, so that's General Docs from the first episode where she's like, "We got to prune timelines." So now her people are out there pruning timelines. Yeah. So Loki, Mobius, and Sylvie go through the portal, and I literally Hector's gonna laugh. I literally wrote down on my notes that they go and they stop them, and I wrote, where is it? Fuck, I have it right here. I go, Brad. So Dox's followers are pruning the branch timeline. So after a mediocre action scene.
wait. Oh, wait.
Yeah, where they're just like stopping them from pruning timelines. I'm
yeah.
Like, okay,
no, dude, nah, man. I was
kind of like, I'm just trying to remember that scene. You know, things go back.
They find my point. Don't you remember that scene where like the commander girl? Who is she again? She's like a general or some shit. General Dox, right? Where she recruited a bunch of troops and stuff, and they're in this warehouse, and they're jumping into these different portals going to the timelines that are branches, and they're essentially destroying them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you remember that? And then when Loki and Sylvie, they find out what's happening, they pull up to the warehouse, and then the girl's like, "We've been found," or some bullshit.
Oh yeah,
and it's that whole fight scene that happens.
Yeah, I remember.
I literally just wrote down on my notes a mediocre action scene that happens. I put a mediocre action scene happens to obviously drag the runtime.
Yeah, man,
it's just kill 5 minutes to kill 3 minutes. And they do it to stop the TVA from pruning timelines, but they are too late.
They're too late.
Because there are some timelines that you see little fragments of timelines still existing, and that's fucked, bro.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
That was fucked, man. Bunch of people dying.
And then, after that, Sylvie decides to leave. They're like, hey, you should stay and help us out. She said it's raps.
Help you? Fuck you, bitch. And the TVA.
She's like,
fuck that.
She's like, what are you, stupid? McDonald's needs me.
I want my life.
And she fucking leaves. And now they set their sights on finding Renslayer, who was that leader chick from the first episode.
Yes,
chick, right? And so
why again? Why do they want to look for her again?
Funny enough, I wrote in my notes, I barely remember that villain from season 1, Forgettable.
Yeah, me too.
She was that leader lady.
No, I remember who she is, but like,
because she worked close with Miss Minutes, and she knew the truth. She knew that the TVA was an organization that stole people from their timelines, brainwashed them, and had them work for the TVA.
Not only that,
she knew the truth, and she knew that those 3 like time god people were robots. They were fake.
Not only that, but it's because didn't they need a they needed a variant of the He Who Remains to override, like, remember the TVA is being destroyed and shit. And that guy, I forgot his name, the guy from Everything Over at Once, the Asian guy, he's like, we're all gonna die and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have that on my notes too.
Okay, so that's the 3rd episode. That's the 2nd?
Yes, this is still the 2nd episode. It's a side plot.
So that's what's happening, right? And I'm trying to remember what else, man. We're all gonna die. We need to once again. Okay, now this is the problem. Now we have to go and seek out to fix this problem.
Yeah. So I put a side plot is happening where the time loom is overfilling with all those different timelines.
Yes.
If it fills up anymore, it will explode, destroying the TVA and everyone in it.
Yeah.
So they need to have an aura figure. I don't know how he said it. Something like he needs a Kang variant to come and fix the problem. And I wrote, this side plot does not have any tension, so I don't care. I could not care what the fuck was going on with.
I like
OB
his
and
character
all
though. Like I like the actor though.
Yeah, the actor's
I like
good,
seeing
but it's
him.
just the side plot. It's just bullshit. I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. And then I wrote in my notes that by the end of episode 2, I wrote, this show, I have a prediction that season 2 of Loki, by the time it ends, right, all 6 episodes are out, I wrote, this show will be just like Loki season 1. A one-off adventure filled with filler episodes, and only one episode or a few key moments will actually set up Kang and future installments.
Yeah.
Either one episode's gonna like be the
seen
which
it,
episode
bro.
3 pretty much is that episode that
Yeah.
sets up Kang, right? Or there's going to be key moments scattered within all 6 episodes.
Yeah, man.
So like there's hella filler, but like in between some scenes there's like setup to Kang.
Yeah.
And I felt like season 1 was like that. Like season 1, like dude, it's funny because season 1 of Loki, no one was even thinking about Kang.
That's true.
No one knew shit about Kang until episode 6 when they meet He Who Remains.
Mm-hmm.
And he explains his backstory, and everyone made the connection like, hey, yo, the backstory? That sounds like Kang, bro. That sounds like the dude from the comics. It's like, because like in episode of season 1 of Loki, no one even knew that Kang was going to be a big deal.
That's true.
Until he was brought up.
Until then, yeah.
So I feel like this season of season 2 of Loki is going to be the same thing. It's just going to be a one-off adventure, and only like a few parts are going to set up Kang.
Yeah.
And so therefore it sucks because if this show really does that, for as mid as it's been so far, first 2 episodes in, it makes watching Loki season 2 and even season 1 at that point feel like a chore. I feel like I have to watch this in order to understand Kang related shit.
Yeah.
That's gonna come.
Like
in
how
the future.
he came to be and everything.
Like Kang Dynasty, right? The Avengers movie, or even Secret Wars. Who knows? Maybe. Like I feel like I have to watch Loki because there's Kang set up in there, and I have to know that, so I can go watch. Or you could just watch a YouTube video and have someone just break down the Kang lore.
That's true.
Or you could just sit through all 6 episodes each season and have to sit through filler and mediocre storytelling.
Yeah.
Just to pick up on Kang shit. I don't like that.
No, bro.
And I'm only 2 episodes in, and it just feels like that. Do you feel like that, Mario?
Yeah, Mario. You're being awfully quiet, man. What the fuck's going on in your head, man?
I thought Loki was your guy, man.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on,
man?
cowgirl?
What's going on with your shit, man?
I don't know. I just had like, not to say I have high expectations from everything Marvel nowadays. I've learned just to like.
Loki, I was kind of hyped for this.
I was hype. I want to say too hype. I was like looking forward to it, and I don't really look forward to a lot of Marvel
I'll say
shit.
that too. Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's because I knew when I was watching Loki season 1, like how much I was enjoying. I was like, wow, like I love every episode of it. Like I love Loki. I love the story we're going on right now. I love how like kind of simple it is. And then we go to season 2. It's kind of like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Like, what is this? Like, why am I bored? Why am I just like, fuck? I can't.
Like
why am I thinking?
But do I bring up a good point, Mario? Do you think you feel bored because these first 2 episodes are just repeating the same storyline that we saw in the first season? Like, oh, we got to go find Sylvie. Oh, we got to go and do this other mission. And oh, we got to like do all these little side plots that have nothing to do with. Like, do you think that's why, or do you have other reasons for it?
I think it's part of the reason why.
You know what makes it worse too is that it's every week that the episodes are releasing. Mm-hmm. I think that's what makes it worse. I feel like we'd be more a little bit lenient if all this shit was dropped.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Day. But because this is a weekly thing, it's like, all right, dude.
All
it's
right,
like
another mid episode. Now I gotta wait a week to see what happens
exactly.
next.
You know what I mean? I think that's definitely what plays a part as well, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
But you know, obviously Disney does that for their reasons, right? People
To keep the subscription active. Yeah.
But okay, so I guess that's pretty much it, right? There's no there's no end credit for anything for these next 2 episodes. So that's the end. Is that it?
That's episode 2.
That's episode 2. So Mario, do you want to start off? I'll start off, man. I'll start off, man. I would rate this, man. I think I'm gonna go again with a 6, man. I'm at a 6. It's all right. It's okay. Same thing. I felt the same way as the first episode.
I think
What do you
this one,
think,
bro.
Alf?
I'm gonna go with a 4.
Damn!
I feel like this.
Javi shitted on this bitch.
I feel like this episode was less relevant than the first one.
Oh my god, Javi shitted on this bitch.
Like, I'd rather watch Killers of the Flower Moon again than this episode.
Would you actually? Would you?
Yeah,
It's just the runtime. It's the
runtime.
Too long.
Yeah, bro. I
It
mean,
was longer.
Not one joke.
Loki.
dude, no, but listen, but surprisingly, bro, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like in the first episode and the second episode, like the comedic shit with Mobius and everything, like there were times where I actually was like, like that, right? Like I wasn't feeling how you guys were feeling. This shit's terrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Usually I'm on the same boat as you guys, but for some reason I like it.
I just feel like it was dragged on, man.
And maybe I don't know. Maybe
they're just dragging it on too much compared to season 1, in my opinion.
And again, I keep sounding like a broken record. I keep saying this again. Kang's out there. He's coming. This should be a big deal.
Well, Mobius doesn't know.
Huh?
No one knows besides Loki, though.
I know, but like the fact that Loki is the one insinuating, hey, we gotta go find Sylvie, we gotta go do this, we gotta go find Brad, the actor guy, and it's like these side plots feel meaningless. Aren't we supposed to be gearing up for Kang? Because it seems like he's the only one that's fucking terrified. He's gonna come, you don't understand, blah blah blah. But like, if it was really that big a deal, like, then maybe we should like call the Avengers. I'm kidding. I know we can't, right? I'm just saying, like, let's pick it up. The fuck going on with these side plots? I don't give a fuck about.
Okay, but going on to episode 3, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's confusing me. Is like, okay, in episode 2, right? The TVA is being destroyed or whatever the fuck. They say, oh, we need Kang variant or whatever, right?
Yes, to fix.
Then once Loki, if that's the case, right? If Loki seeks out the other chick. Right, because
Renslayer.
Right, because he feels like, oh, she knows where this variant is or something like that.
No,
is that not what it is?
No, he thinks that she's working with Miss Minutes.
Oh,
the clock.
Oh, yeah.
Because Miss Minutes, because they're like, well, who's the one who can help fix this problem?
Miss Minutes. Like, yes.
It's like, well, the Kang variant. It's like, where are we gonna find a Kang variant? All right, well, the only other person would be Miss Minutes.
Yes.
Well, where's she at? Like, nobody knows. She fucking just disappeared out of nowhere.
Gotcha.
It's like, I bet you she's palling around with Renslayer, though. Because they had that time pad thing.
Yeah.
And somehow that time pad connects with her somehow. I forgot. I
right.
Out.
Okay, but they are looking for a variant of Kang.
No,
they're not.
Renslayer and Miss Minutes, yes. But Loki was looking for her. And then when they end up in that circus show, that's how they end up seeing Victor Timely, the Kang variant.
Yes.
Because you remember, Loki has this look on his face.
And that's the dude from the end credit
of Quantumania. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they weren't looking for Kang. They were looking for Miss Minutes, and they knew Miss Minutes would be with Renslayer. So while they were looking for them, when they end up in that show where the lights go down.
But they were looking for them because they knew that they would be near a Kang variant, no?
No, because they needed Miss Minutes to fix the time loom bullshit.
Shit. Mario, why are you laughing?
Because he knows what's going down. You're the one that's confused.
No, that shit funny as
Mario only said like 2 sentences throughout the whole review, and he's out here laughing, bro.
Bro, it's just a conversation you and Hop are having right now. It's like, bro, this is exactly how I feel about the first 2 episodes. It's like, no, Hector, no, but Hop, but this, like, no, bro, because of this. No, because of this.
No, I was just confused. I was confused because
that was funny
the reason why I'm confused is because when they're still at the TVA, they say, oh. I'm pretty sure they mention like a Kang variant.
Yes, they said we need
a Kang variant.
See, that's what confused me. That's what confused me.
Remains.
No, right. That's what confused me.
And
that's what they're looking for.
Right, and they're like, but we're not gonna find that.
Yeah.
So like, who else? What else could help us? And they were like, well, we could get Miss Minutes, but who knows where the fuck she at?
And she like rogue.
And I forgot. Yeah. Somehow they figure out in episode 2. I don't know how. I forgot how. Because I checked out. So somehow they figure out that Miss Minutes is probably palling around with Renslayer.
That's true. How the fuck did they?
I forget. It's because they had that temp pad thing.
Yeah, and it tells them.
I forget, bro.
It tells them somehow. So yeah.
And they're like, oh, look, we pinned where Renslayer's at. Yeah. Let's go follow her. Yeah. If we find her, we might find Miss Minutes. And she can help us with the time loom.
Hey, man, they in Chicago.
1980s. Red Dead.
Red Dead.
It looked like Red Dead.
That's way before Red Dead.
But it looked
I wasn't expecting that, Chicago. I was like, oh, shit. Right. I was like, cool.
Chicago. I don't know, man. Just seeing, like, the word
I'm
Illinois.
like, where's the Sears Tower?
I know, right?
Just seeing the word Illinois in a movie or something, it's like, is this real?
Is that
real?
Nobody gives a fuck about Illinois besides Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's facts.
But anyway, okay, so yeah. So then we find out that Miss Minutes and the Renslayer, right? That bitch,
girl.
That they are following the He Who Remains plans, the one that died. Mm-hmm. Right, and the plan was, okay, you got to find another variant of me, and you have to create me.
Yeah,
basically.
So basically, they deliver a package to a young Victor Timely when he was a kid, and then they fast forward 25 years later, and then that's when Loki.
Well, in that package, it was a TVA, a guidebook.
A guidebook, yes. And so Loki and Mobius follow them to 25 years later, and there's like a carnival shit going on. Yeah. And again, we're just wasting more time because they're like palling around buying churros and cotton candy. And I'm just like, bro, can we just...
Bro, I just like Mobius, dude. I just move the fuck on. I just like him, man. I like his presence. He gives us like a nice vibe.
But, what's it called? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, basically they just go through that, and then they end up seeing Renslayer. They're like, wait a minute, look, there she goes. She's going into that, like, tent over there. And that's when they follow her. On. And then she's with Miss Minutes, and they're like, "Oh, he should be coming out any minute now." And that's when Loki's like, "Oh, excuse me," right, going through the crowd, and then all the lights go down, and the curtain opens, and then you hear Jonathan Majors' voice.
Which, dude, he did an outstanding job. Like here, like I really like his character, like his acting. Yeah, but yeah. Anyways,
I did get kind of annoyed with the way he was talking.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, like the way he would like stutter. Like,
well, yeah, because he's like unsure. He's like a type of like. I know what type of person they're trying to make him.
I guess. I don't know. It did get kind of annoying, but like...
You know what that reminds me of? Wait, what you're saying about this? It reminds me of what Mario said, man. Fuck Moon Knight and his British shit. Fuck Moon Knight and his British voice.
That's not his voice.
This movie's a 10. I mean, this show is a 10 out of 10, but because of that, it's a 7. This just reminds me leftover beat ups. The beat ups. And then I put the thumbs down.
This show was Moon Knight with a British accent.
This shit was. Oh my god.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Moon Knight was lit until just like Moon Knight made me want to forget.
Like, was lit until it made me want to spit it out or some shit like that.
Nah, man.
He said spit it out. That's kind of
spit it out. What the fuck? That's crazy.
Oh man.
But anyways,
so then that's when Victor Timely comes out and he's like giving this whole presentation about some shit. I don't know what the fuck. And that's when Loki's like,
he's giving a presentation of like how he wants to light up a whole city because at the time this is before like
that's right. Yeah.
He's like I want to light up the. He's like how can you light up a whole city like the.
Yeah, they're heckling and shit.
Oh, I don't want to light up a city. I want to light up the whole world. And like
electricity bullshit. Like
and we find out he's like a inventor, but like also like a con artist. Like he just makes inventions that are just and he scams people and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
And I had right here that that them seeing him in his presentation is what connects to the Quantumania end credit scene.
Yes. And then Miss Minutes and the Renslayer, they're trying to get in contact with him to build him up to what
will he's become Kang. Because apparently, I guess this is where I was a little bit confused. I guess Victor Timely is like the first.
Like what? Like he's the first variant.
I don't know. Is he a variant?
Is he a variant? He's got a last variant.
Is he an ancestor?
No, he's not a last variant. I don't think so.
Because my thing is like, is he a variant or is he an ancestor?
That's a good guess.
Because they say that he is the one that basically was the start of everything.
Yeah.
Oh. So maybe he's an ancestor. Like he's like a great. Like you know what I mean? Like maybe he's something like that.
Great variant.
But yeah, so basically,
like
So Miss Minutes and Renslayer, like they're trying to get him to go on their side, and then Loki and Mobius are like, "No, fuck you, come with us," and blah blah blah. And then eventually, there's this like really silly chase scene that happens where they end up in a Ferris wheel, and it's just him together. It's just Loki and Victor Timely. And then out of nowhere, Sylvie comes out with a fucking sword, trying to kill him.
I told you when I saw a variant. I'm gonna kill his ass.
Yeah, and then I'm low key annoyed again.
It's like Sylvie, shut up and listen.
I'm like, no, you know what annoyed me is I was like, okay, bitch. First you didn't want to pal around with us. Now that we're in this shit, you're here now. What the fuck? And I get it, right?
She wants to kill the variant.
Yeah, like if I see a variant, I'm gonna kill him. I'm like, I get it. You have this revenge quest, but like make up your mind.
Or like, or how about like just listen to us for a second? Like, just hear us out.
Like, are you gonna stay or are you gonna leave? Either way, slap on my knob.
Slap on my knob. Man. I'm getting sick of this.
But yeah, she comes in and they're having this little fight scene. Like, you don't understand. We need to keep him alive. It's like if you fucking keep him alive, he's the fucking reason.
It's like the TVA
will get created and shit.
It's like, but the TVA is dying and we need it because I forgot why. Why are they trying to say the TVA again? To prevent some
No, because no. They need Victor Timely to fix the time loom bullshit.
Yes.
All the different timelines are like trying to go into that tunnel.
You're right, bro. Yep.
Remember they were like, we need a Kang variant. Mm-hmm. They weren't going to find one, but conveniently they see one. They're like, fuck it, fuck Miss Minutes. Let's take him instead. But yeah, that's when the whole fight scene shit goes.
And they start talking about the TVA, and then he starts like the TVA. And
Yeah.
he pulls out his.
I thought you were actually trying to talk. I was like, yo.
No, that's how he just.
Oh no!
I thought you. Oh my god.
And again, like I was just like,
funny.
No, that's what he said.
again,
The TVA, and he has his guidebook and shit.
yeah.
Mario was about to. He thought I was stuttering.
Yeah, no, I'm like Hector. What the fuck?
I don't think I ever stuttered that hard.
No,
I've
no,
stuttered,
no.
but not that hard.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he's like the TVA, and we're like, oh, and he starts getting an idea of what the fuck's going
Yeah.
on, and eventually, what Sylvie spares him. No. This is sorry. This is
later
later
on, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting too far.
No.
ahead.
So here, let me see.
Yeah, where we at? Because after that whole convo,
Yeah. So like.
wasn't it like a mini fight scene or some shit?
Yeah,
between
like
them?
in that Ferris wheel, because like
Yeah.
the Ferris wheel's going around and whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. And I actually wrote down in my notes. I said this episode feels like filler. And in all caps, I wrote, despite literally having a Kang variant in the episode. How is
true.
it that Kang is in this episode and it feels like filler?
Yeah,
The writing is off here, man.
it's just like a lot of build up, man.
I will say the second
lot of
half,
build-up.
the second half of this episode gets better.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now, and then we'll get into that. But like this whole first half, where like they're just palling around and getting churros and shit, and it's just like all this bullshit.
So eventually they fucking Sylvia blasts them away, blast fucking Loki and Victor Timely outside the Ferris wheel and shit, and they're like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then this is where Renslayer's like, "Miss Minutes, do your thing," and she turns into like a big ass Godzilla ghost shit. It scares people, like, causing scatter.
Yeah.
To the point where
They were able to get away.
they're able to get away.
So now Victor, Timely, Miss Minutes, and Renslayer are now all heading over to his lab. But then Miss Minutes makes Victor Timely betray Renslayer and like ditches her on her own boat.
There's one thing I like actually. I actually caught on. I actually liked it. Is don't you remember when he was doing his con artist like invention shit, and he sold it to that one guy for like $1,000 or something, because he's like, oh, I want to do partnerships, and then dude said, I don't do partnerships or whatever. He's like, no, I don't do partnerships, and then whatever. And then while they were in like this house, we think it's his house, but he says, no, this is not my house. It's just some random place I be doing my shit. My lab is on the other side of the lake, Wisconsin, or some bullshit. Or I forgot what he said, in Wisconsin. I don't know. And during that whole scene when they're in the house, you could see like he's feeling some type of way for Ren, right? For this chick. And you could see Miss Minutes becoming jealous. Like some way, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
I'm like, Miss Minutes getting jealous, like for what?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then while they're at the boat, they're doing their thing. They have like a little like moment. He like does, oh, like look at my nerdy like scribbles, and like he takes a piece of paper, makes it a flower, and like is kind of like touching her hand, and then she says, I'm looking forward to this partnership, and he like takes his hand away. And it kind of goes back to where he said earlier, I don't do partnerships. Where he's like, no, I don't want no partnerships.
I'm just trying
and later,
to fuck.
yeah, for real. And then later just cuts to Renslayer like on that lifeboat.
Yeah.
It gets pushed down, and Miss Minutes is like, hey man, sorry, bitch. Yeah, like
What it is.
For real.
What it is.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, why is and when that happened, I don't know if you knew, like if you paid closely attention. When she says the whole partnership and like Kang, like I say Kang, but you know, whatever. He like goes back and he kind of looks disappointed. It cuts to a shot of Miss Minutes and she's like smirking, like happy about it. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, Miss Minutes, man? What the fuck is wrong with this bitch, man?
Man, that shit's so
yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? And then we get to the lab, how this is where we left.
Yeah,
off.
where they're like gathering his shit,
Yeah.
and then she goes on about how like, you know, you were able to build such great creations, but you never built me a body.
Yeah,
Like
so
I was always just this AI clock shit.
Yeah.
And then she basically goes on and on about like how she wanted a body and this other shit, and then
so I could be your girlfriend.
and I was like, nah.
Man. What you mean?
I was like, no way, this is happening. And then she runs at him. She was like, no, King, don't you see? I love you. And then he shuts her off. I was like, did she just say she loves him?
I mean, he is her creator, man.
I don't know, man. I
know
found
what I
that
mean?
too weird.
No, but no. Hey, maybe this is me some seeing shit. This is me talking shit. All right, ready? Remember when they enter the lab and he's like looking through his stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, here it is, and then Miss Minutes is like, oh, is that? And he's like, it is, or whatever, and he holds it up. It's a small thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the time loom.
It looks like what is it? It looked like the time chair from Quantumania. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what it is. I didn't know if I was like crazy. I'm like, what the fuck is that? The time chair?
Yeah.
Okay, that is. All right. I just want to make sure, because I thought like it was just some random shit.
No.
Like,
It's his chair.
okay.
From Quantumania.
Yeah, bro. So I'm like, oh.
But yeah, then she was like, "I love you," and I was like,
no, it's because she was acting weird, and she said, she was like next to these mannequins. He's like, I could be your girlfriend, and as she says that, she puts her face on the mannequin's head, and that's where he gets freaked out, and he reaches for like the control thing,
yeah,
and that's when she like, no, don't touch that or whatever, and that's when he like shuts her off,
right?
And he's like, yo, what the fuck just happened, man?
Yo, I was about to fuck a clock.
I mean, to be fair,
I thought she was like kind of using him.
You thought she was
like that's her
using
greater plan.
You think so?
Because she fucked over that girl, right? I'm just like, what if she wants him to build her a body just to fuck him over?
I don't think so. I think she genuinely likes him.
Tries to fuck.
Because like he is like.
But you know, if it was
creator.
Hector, if it was Hector, you're like, I wouldn't betray Renslayer. Renslayer and Miss Minutes. I'll take them both. Only if you saw, only if we had cameras, man. You see what Javi was doing. He was doing like a humping. It was like a humping emo. It's the shit that you were doing last week, bro. Yeah, bro. The shit you were doing. That you were drunk when you did that shit. You were I was tipsy. Drunk when I did that. Oh, y'all were drinking. Remember I showed up late? Oh. Y'all were drinking. You were like, hey, I'll take a boat. These are That's funny as fuck. Mario, why aren't you laughing at that?
No, I remember that. I was like, what is he talking about? And I was like, oh, yeah.
He was like, hey, I'll take a boat.
Yeah. I remember. I forgot about that. I'm like, that was genuinely. I'm like, no, he never did that.
That's funny, man. Yes, that's just funny. He'd be like, hey, I'll take Renslayer and Miss Minutes. What you mean? And Sylvie. And who else? Tom Hiddleston. Nah, man. Nah, man. I take him up.
I'll suck him up.
If anything, based on Hector's thoughts on all these episodes, I feel like he's trying to fuck Mobius.
Nah, bro. Chill.
He's been siding with him, man.
I just fuck with him, man. I just like. I just.
Yeah, we know you want to fuck him.
No, we know you fuck with him and you want to fuck him.
No, bro. What the fuck?
Caught you in 4K, bro. We caught you in 4K.
I don't know. I just.
He's very charming. Like I don't.
This motherfucker, bro. It's funny as fuck.
No, you.
He just gets me. No, he makes me laugh.
No, that's you and Ahsoka, bro. Shut up, man.
All right, man. Say last.
She can get it.
All right, that's you and
when she's underage though.
That's you and Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah. The one that died in the first movie.
Oh, what the?
the one that just disintegrated. Like he just he didn't disintegrate. He just disappeared. Like that guy.
Yeah.
That's you and him. Anyways, where we at? Where we left off?
So that's when they all bust through the door, and then Sylvie is going to kill Victor Timely, and he has him on his knees, and then. I personally believe this is the best performance right here, is when he's pleading for his life. Mm-hmm. And he's like, please don't kill me. I'm not him, blah, blah, blah. And he gives this performance.
It's like, you don't know my heart or some shit.
I was like, bro, this is what I'm talking. Like, this is what I've been wanting. Like, what the fuck? This is the performance. This is the kind of writing, acting that I've been wanting to see since episode 1. And then eventually it gets to her and she spares him. And she's like, fuck it. Like, Loki, like, just take him away.
Out of here.
And they finally.
And you know what? Like, I know this is completely, like, kind of a tangent, but what you just said about the performance being great, it's kind of like with Gravik, right, where he was venting to Nick Fury and it was even Nick Fury.
Yeah.
That's so bad. That was so bad.
That was still a great performance.
No, yeah, but like there's just the fact that he wasn't even Nick Fury, man. Like there's there will be no character development with Nick Fury on that part. I know. That's what sucks, but.
And then after they all dip,
Sylvie's
left with Renslayer, and they have this little fight, and it looks like she's gonna kill her. Mm-hmm. Instead, she spares her. Instead, it throws her into a portal, and Renslayer ends up at the end of time.
Yep.
Which is where the last episode of Loki was, where when they meet He Who Remains,
and he's all like,
and you can see him on the chair, and he's already like deceased and shit. And then Renslayer has that remote, turns it on, and that's when Miss Minutes comes back, and she's like, "Oh fuck, like he got away, didn't he?" She's like, "Yeah." And then they're both together, and then Miss Minutes basically tells Renslayer that she knows all of Kang's secrets, especially one about her.
Ooh.
And she's like, "What secret?" And she's like, "I'll tell you, but you're gonna get mad." Ooh. And then that's how the episode ends.
You gotta wait until next week when it releases too.
Next episode.
Yeah. She's like, "What?" Oh my bad, you're not a viewer.
Yeah, bro.
And that's how it ends. That's how it ends, I don't know what that means. I don't know what secret there is that regards Renslayer. Let me find out. Renslayer is a Kang variant, female.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Out. That would make her character better. Yeah. And it would make sense because in the first season, she was the only one in the TVA who knew the TVA was bullshit, that they kidnapped people, brainwashed their minds, that those time gods were robots. Like, she knew all that.
Yeah.
So
you're right, bro.
Could make
it
sense.
could be.
That's my theory. She's a female Kang variant.
Yeah. But why would she be mad at that? You know what I mean?
don't know. I'll let the show cook, even though right now it's been cooking mediocre cold B-dubs.
Dang. What kind of wings? Like what flavor?
Like, well, I wouldn't even eat them, so it's like, you know, it's wild flavor, most spicy.
Bone in or bone out? Because when I'm out, I'm in.
Oh my god!
When I'm out, I'm in, buddy.
I'm in, buddy.
But when I'm in, I'm out.
Oh shit! All right, so
yeah,
episode 3. What did y'all think? I thought this episode was better.
It was way better, and honestly, this should have been the start
Yeah.
of the show. To be honest,
What the fuck were those first
you know what
two?
I mean? But
I like this episode a lot better, and there were some
Yeah.
key moments, even though there was a lot of filler shit in between. But like, whatever.
yeah,
it is
what
what
me
it is.
personally, bro, I think I'll give this one a 7.
I was gonna give this one,
A 6.
yeah,
Yeah,
a
I figured.
6. A
Just
6.
okay.
Just okay.
I thought it was good. I liked it, man.
What about
I
you,
liked
Mario?
it.
This
What about you,
one,
Mario? Yeah.
I'll probably give it a 7.
All right.
Damn, bro.
You
Okay,
don't
now
What's up?
these are the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
We're technically now in the halfway point. First half of Loki season 2. What are we thinking overall? Now we're just because we broke down episode by episode. Now we're just thinking overall so far.
So far, like what we would rate it?
Not rate it.
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't say
okay,
rate it.
okay,
I
okay.
just meant like what are our thoughts?
It's well to me, bro. It just seems very, very similar to all the other like recent MCU shows.
Okay.
Where it's just the first half is just build up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just build up, filler. At least that's just how I felt with like She-Hulk. That's how I felt even with Moon Knight, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Moon Knight to me personally, like I was expecting more, and it kind of sucks, bro, because I really liked like Winter Soldier. Like that shit was fire, and I just wish they took that formula. Now it's just all build up, side plots and that we don't really care about. That's kind of meaningless. That we don't really need. Like, sure, there are some points where, oh, this is why that happens. Like, for example, with like Loki space slipping, right? And that whole point was to show was basically to show him the future, and he's like, oh, this is the future. I got to put a stop to this.
Yes.
Like that could have been condensed to something way smaller, and I think it's just dragging it out. Me personally, though, the comedy in this so far, I didn't really have any issues with it. Me personally. But yeah, that's just what I think, man. You know what I mean? What about you guys?
For me, bro, I just felt like these first 3 episodes dragged. It's not doing.
can see
It's
that,
not
man.
strong,
Yeah,
bro. And honestly, like just based on how the first 3 episodes are going, it makes me not really that excited for what these next 3 episodes are gonna hold.
Yeah.
If
Or
anything-
like MCU shows, to be honest, bro. Like like Agatha. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck either.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
For me,
Like, we'll see what happens.
now I'm starting to like transition to where like I think now I'm just looking forward to specific projects from the MCU.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm not looking
For
forward
sure.
to everything. Now I'm just
That
like
kind of sucks, man. Because like in early MCU, you were looking forward to everything.
all the shit that was coming out.
Isn't that crazy? Everything.
Even Phase 4. When Phase
Yeah,
4
man.
was announced and there was like 16 projects within 2 years. I was like, hey man, new Marvel thing every 2 months? Say less. But then like kind of like
Started just dying out.
kind of going through it, I was like, a lot of this is feeling the same and like all that bullshit. So like now I'm starting to like switch my mind to where like now instead of just looking forward to everything that Marvel announced, now I'm just looking forward to certain things.
No, yeah,
like
and-
the Marvels.
No, bro, and honestly, we've been saying this for months, bro. That it's just the quantity, right, over quality.
Yeah.
And even the CEO, right, of Disney is saying, "All right, guys, we're gonna stop this,
And we gotta
we'll-
space them out."
exactly because he's understanding that, man.
Yes.
And it's crazy how you and I we pick up on this like before it actually happens,
Yeah.
because that's what it is.
Yes.
Because if you look at the early MCU, they were spaced out. And they were really good, man. Like
Yeah.
even the CGI and everything, they were really good. So we were looking forward to it. People were actually excited. I remember when I went to go see the first Avengers movie, there was hella people, and these people was wearing like Avengers shirts,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you don't see that shit no more,
more.
bro. Have you noticed that?
Yep.
when you go to these new Marvel movies, you don't see people dressing up like their favorite characters are like. You don't see that hype anymore, bro. Honestly, the last time I saw actual hype, bro, or like with a Marvel movie was No Way Home.
Yeah.
And I want that feeling, bro. And like early MCU, every single movie was like that. It was like hype shit. It was like, oh fuck, right?
Yeah, I think the direction where Marvel's going, especially now, I'm halfway through with Loki, and like, none of these shows and stuff are hitting. Like the last thing that Marvel put out that hit was Guardians 3, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
But like, I think for me, like, just seeing where the direction that the MCU is kind of going, and I'm not looking forward to Agatha, Miss Marvel. You know, who knows what's gonna happen with Blade, because the production has been messy. Like, shit's going wrong in that movie. That it's just making me look forward to James Gunn's DC universe more.
Yeah, man, that's low-key facts, bro.
It's facts, bro.
That's facts, bro.
Even though James Gunn's not the one writing and making all the projects, he's still like playing a part in producing them, and like,
I have trust that he'll choose the right
writers and stuff, and making sure that, like, hey man, you better write Creature Commandos like this way. Like, hey, you better stay true to the character of Batman Brave and the Bold, right? Or you better make Waller. You know, I feel like he would actually put people in check,
dude. And hopefully we're right, man.
I know, because if Creature Commandos flops, then it's like,
when does that come out?
That's early next year.
Yeah, early next year. That's gonna be the first DCU shit, bro.
Yeah.
And then the year after that, Superman. That is sick.
Yeah, bro. That's gonna be lit. Hopefully, it still comes out.
Oh yeah.
Because that writer's strike kind of like,
and I saw Deadpool was delayed or some shit. Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Like, just kind of seeing where Marvel's going in this direction. Like, it just makes me look forward to James Gunn's DC just more.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I hope to fucking God that his DC shit feels like not like this.
No, yeah, bro.
I hope every project hits has a better story to be told, doesn't have dragging, boring dialogue and chase scenes and like shit that just kind of drags the runtime just to make it longer type shit.
Yeah.
No filler shit. Like, I just hope his universe just has content that like is actually worth investing for.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at personally.
No, I agree, bro. What about you, Mario? Honestly, man, I don't really fuck with this shit that much, so I don't give.
As a casual,
nah, for real though.
As a casual, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm 5 visits away from a large popcorn. You know what I mean? Anyway, no, for real, Mario. What do you think, man?
I've been 3 episodes in. My biggest feeling is I just feel like I just been let down.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Because you really like the first season.
I fucking hate this feeling, man.
I really, like I said, it's my favorite Disney show to come out. But
because you're right, you put it well, man. It's like, kind of like a chore, low key.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't even know when this show drops.
I think Wednesdays.
Wednesdays? Oh,
no, Thursday nights, and they're doing what Last of Us did, where now it's at a specific time at night.
Oh,
they're not doing where like it was like right at 2 a.m. like midnight in California time.
Right.
Like now they're doing it with The Last of Us on HBO when it was like 7:00 p.m. or some shit. So now it's every Thursdays, but at night. It's not like you could just wake up. It's like you don't wake up Thursday morning and the episode's there. Now they're doing that like nighttime bullshit.
Nah, man.
I don't know why.
Just thinking about these superhero shows, man, it makes me think back of the really good ones. Obviously, Daredevil, right? But another one, because you brought up DC, Peacemaker, man. I really fucking love Peacemaker.
Good. So good.
And I'll never forget that dream where I thought John Cena died, bro. That was real, bro.
I know.
That was real.
I remember you told us that story.
I had that dream that John Cena died, and I was upset because I'm like, bro, Peacemaker.
No way.
God. Dude, no joke, man.
Because, like, fuck his health, right? Fuck his well-being.
Yeah.
The fact that season 2 of Peacemaker, fuck.
Is that fucked up? Come on, man. Like,
I mean, I tied a little bit.
Who's going to do his...
That's what I was thinking at first, bro.
Who's going to do his voice lines in Mortal Kombat?
Dude.
AI.
Oh, my God. John Cena died.
So John Cena impersonator.
For real.
No, AI.
Bro, AI,
yeah.
bro, be going crazy sometimes,
facts.
man. Low key, bro. But still. Anyways, Mario, you were saying, bro?
No, I was just thinking that, like, I just feel like really just let down. And I think this show just really just solidifies the fact that, like, I probably won't ever look forward to another, like, Disney show.
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Yeah, because Loki was the only thing I really been looking
Disney
for.
show, girl?
Any?
Hey,
really.
man, December.
Even Star Wars?
Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Oh, I meant
December?
I meant Marvel, like Marvel Disney.
Are you serious?
I swear to God.
On Disney? Is it a show?
Disney Plus. It's a show.
Oh my God!
Remember those books?
Yeah, bro. I remember that
they're
shit.
making a show. Yeah.
That's like a reboot, right? It's like
yes.
Okay.
I meant Marvel, Disney. My bad.
Because I remember, like, didn't they make those movies before?
They tried making a franchise like Harry Potter and shit. The first movie did okay, like it was cool.
Yeah,
the second movie flopped hard, like didn't make profit, and they just canceled the franchise. Till now.
Gotcha. I mean, I read the first 2 books. I liked them.
No, I never read the book.
I barely remember the books.
I only saw the first movie.
I saw the first movie too.
It was pretty solid.
Okay, but yeah. Anyways.
No, I was just saying, like, I'm like the fact that I'm so let down by season 2. I'm just probably not gonna look for. I'll watch, but now I'm not gonna be like I'm looking forward to it.
I got
from when it comes to Disney. Because now I'm like, I feel like with everything I've just been let down.
Are you like me, bro? Where you're like, I'm only gonna look forward to like specific projects? Because personally, I'm still looking forward to Captain America, right, with Sam Wilson with Falcon. I'm still looking forward to the Fantastic Four movie. I'm still looking forward to. We'll see where Daredevil goes because I know that they had that whole like switch up shit that's going on because of the writer's strike, and the 2 Avengers movies. Like I still have projects in my sights, but like everything else, we'll just kind of see where it goes.
It's funny because this phase just started and I'm kind of over it already. It's like, you know what I mean, bro? It just started, but it just started, but it feels like it's already been going on for a while.
Yeah,
like,
but it's just because it feels so much like Phase 4, which has been going on that went on for 2 years.
That's
plus,
crazy.
Plus
bro.
this would
that's
be 3.
Actually crazy as fuck.
So like, that's why it feels like a drag.
But I mean, it's a good thing that projects are being spaced out now, right? In the future.
Yeah.
But what also sucks is like we probably won't get the movies that we're looking for till we're like in our 30s, bro, 40s.
Yeah.
We're gonna be 50 years old. Hey man, that shit was lit. Like or some shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't. Dude, I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
Fuck. But did we already? Yeah, we already rated it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first 2 episodes. Okay, let's just quick recap. Episode 1 and 2, Mario, you rated.
I never gave him a rating for second episode.
You didn't?
No.
Did you give your episode?
I think you went to Hav and just never went to me. I think.
No, bro.
Because Hav gave it a 4 or whatever. I forgot what he gave it, and he.
That's what we're doing. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing crazy, bro. I'll probably give it a 7. I gave everything a 7.
All 3 episodes 7.
7, bro.
Okay.
That's crazy. But that's a letdown.
Yeah, because I was expecting like 9 territory.
Because 7 is good.
Good.
Yeah, because I was expecting to give this shit a 9.
I guess he was just expecting more. You know?
Because like, last season, I'm like, yo, everything's like a 9 or better here for me.
All right, that's fair. Okay, well, me first 2 episodes, I give them a 6. They were okay, and then the third episode, I give it a 7. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
And then you have yours was all 4s.
So
your first one was 5, wasn't it?
Change that to a 4. Just because I don't give a
fuck
fuck.
it, man. Just
episode 2 is a 4. This episode was a 6. 3.
Okay, so episode 1 and 2, 4, and then episode 3 is 6. Okay, I got you. But let us know in the comments, guys. I don't know, was this what you guys were expecting? Are you guys feeling this Loki show? Josue, I know you got a bunch of opinions. And
bro,
real quick,
what's the next show coming out from Marvel?
I don't know about show. Fucking Mario. I don't know about show, but the next Marvel thing
is the Marvels.
Is Miss Marvel.
The Marvels.
Or the Marvels, yeah. But I don't know what the next show
What I was going to say, because I mentioned Josue, bro. Josue, in the second episode, I think, that question that you asked us if Loki knew that the Time Stone, or I forgot what stone it was, an Infinity Stone was inside the Tesseract, they answer your question in this, because Loki actually says, oh, well, I was evil so-and-so. I did try to take over and kill people in New York with the Time Stone. He mentions the Infinity Stone. So clearly, bro, Loki did know that he had an Infinity Stone on him. I know that was a question that you had, and Javi gave a different answer. Danny gave a different answer, and you were like, "Who do I believe?" Well, believe this, bitch. You just got confirmation.
That's
right.
I found out it's Echo.
Oh,
that's right.
Echo.
After debuting in the Hawkeye series, Echo returns.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
You know why I'm gonna watch that, girl? You already know, girl.
Why, girl?
Because Daredevil and Wilson Fisk are gonna be in it. I'm sure they're not main characters. I'm sure they're just cameos. But I'm gonna just.
And then after that, it's Ironheart.
I forgot about Ironheart.
Those are all getting delayed though. I know those shows got delayed. Like there's no release dates for those anymore.
Oh, okay.
Now that they're spacing shit out, and especially the writer's strike.
Yeah.
These shows are getting delayed.
Okay.
I don't think Echo's coming out in November anymore. I don't think.
No, because Echo's. It says here the original release date was November 29th, 2023. So this is probably coming out.
That's next month. And all the episodes were going to come out on the same day, not week to week.
Damn, I didn't know that.
But they delayed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, all those shows are getting delayed.
Yeah,
that's not coming out anytime soon. I don't think we're getting another show this year till next year.
Oh, wow. It's the Marvels and it's next year.
And then next year is
that's
whatever
it.
they put out.
So the Marvels is the last shit.
Marvels
is next month?
Which is next month.
Next month, bro.
Okay.
Hey man.
Hey, whoever ends up buying the tickets, man, which I'm sure will be Mario, don't get Dolby, girl. I don't give a fuck.
I wasn't.
It's not even
Mario
gonna,
ever gets Dolby.
it won't be that good.
Nah.
I already
We
know.
rarely watch shit in Dolby.
Yeah.
The last thing we saw was what?
Creator.
Yeah.
But like, we'll buy it if it's worth it. Like the creator, like that makes sense because the visual effects and everything.
Yeah.
But like for Marvel, like you're good, Mario. It's okay, bro. Like,
Unless it's like
Yeah, I think I'm the only
The
one
Batman
that's like
too.
only
Yeah,
giving
like
the Marvel
John Wick
the
5,
the
King
chance.
Dynasty.
Listen, bro, I saw the first trailer of the Marvels, bro, and I was like, okay, don't look trash.
it's not necessarily that for me.
it's because I know the
just, like, I
humor's
don't
gonna be
really
the
care.
same. I know the humor's gonna be the same. The villain, typical villain. You took everything from me. She even said that line.
Hell
She
no.
did. She literally said that.
And
word
we
for
joke
word.
about that in the pod, bro.
We were
It's
like,
funny,
oh yeah,
dude.
I hate villains that are generic.
That's
you know,
funny.
You took everything from me, bullshit. And then that bitch
She
literally
literally
says
says
it
it.
in the trailer.
That's funny.
Fuck that. And I already know that trailer. The trailer. I already know that villain's gonna be low tier.
No, bro. I'm just looking at this as a setup for the next shit.
Yeah.
For real?
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't really care as much. Honestly, the only person I really care about or I like is Miss Marvel. Like, I like her. I like her character.
Kamala Khan.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah,
I had no issue.
And
I'm
I
just
feel
hoping-
like I feel like in the Marvels,
Yeah.
she's gonna be the best part.
Maybe.
Probably,
I'm just hoping
man.
they recognize where they fucked up with Captain Marvel and they like fix it here.
I mean, I saw that she doesn't even want to play Captain Marvel no more because of the backlash.
I think that's fake, bro. That's fake.
That has
Is
to
it
be
actually?
fake.
Yeah.
That has
I wouldn't
to be.
believe
No
everything
way.
you
Really?
see, bro. A lot of fans just like to make up shit.
Are you sure,
Yeah.
bro?
Hey
Let me
man,
see.
listen.
Could
I don't
be.
want to call out the
Let me
ops.
see. Let me see.
But if IGN doesn't report it, it's not true. Just because they actually have sources with their
me see.
articles and shit.
What's her name again? Brie Larson.
Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what I mean, Mario? Because IGN, like, they actually source their articles or interviews and shit when they
Yeah.
take quotes.
Yeah, I know what you
So
mean.
if they don't report it, bro, I don't believe it. The fuck? Like,
I'm just hoping they, like I said, I'm just hoping they realize where they fucked up with Captain Marvel and realize like, yo, we had such a good character here and we ruined it for Brie Larson.
yeah.
I'm just like,
I think
okay, give her justice, bro. Like, come on, like,
Yeah.
like treat her right, like how she was supposed to.
I think what's going on with Hector is that like he sees these news articles things and like they're not real. Like it's not, there's no source with it. I think what it is like, because obviously these pages are being run by people.
Well,
right?
I mean, Screen Rant reported it. CBR, Comic Book Resources.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know these people.
I know Screen Rant.
I've heard of them, but I don't
Does
know.
it
People.com.
Ooh, that's a big one.
People.
Oh, people?
People.com reported it.
Does it say their source? Like where they're getting it from?
I could check,
You
but
can report
she's
it, but
reporting
there
it.
could be no resource.
I mean, people's.
I know, yeah.
I could look right now.
Is that movie 2 hours?
Oh, it's an actual quote from her.
Oh, for
from
real?
a D23 Expo when asked about continuing to play Captain Marvel.
And she said,
Brie Larson doesn't know how long. Let me see. On Saturday, Larson chatted with Variety. You know Variety.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. That she says, I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again? I feel delusioned. Delusioned? I mean, yeah, I don't think it's fake, man. What the fuck?
Fuck. I mean, if that's
I
an
think
It's
actual-
not saying she's quitting, but she
No,
just feels like
she feels the frustration that people are hating.
Yeah,
on her.
yeah.
But she's not leaving.
No,
She's not. She's under contract. She can't leave. They probably signed her for like 10 movies.
Yeah,
Knowing
fuck.
Marvel.
That's true, man. You wrapped up. No, yeah, it's from People. So Variety is actually had a interview with her. And
Okay.
shit. Damn, man.
Well, let's hope it hits, bro, because Marvel needs W's right now.
Hey,
Last one
man.
was Guardians.
Hey, dude, Disney taking L's, bro.
Yeah.
It's true.
Disney getting frustrated, bro. They're like, yo, what the fuck's going on? We're not making money no more like that. Damn, man.
People just wisened up. I feel like.
Yeah, but yeah, guys. That if with that being said, that's gonna be it for our Loki review for the first 3 episodes. From now on, I think we should be fine to do
week
by week episode, and hopefully things don't get too crazy. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Take care.
I don't.
Just say bye.
No, I said it early. I know. I said it early.
Let's redo that. This motherfucker threw me off.
I'm not editing this out, man.
That's fine. No, I'm not saying edit.
All right,
it out.
guys.
Let's just
bloopers.
Are you kidding me? Redo the outro.
You could have just said bye.
Because I was like, wait, because I thought he was gonna say his shit again.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
Peace.
See ya.
Like, come on, guys.